All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College. I've been coming at you with a series of video presentations for the Rankin Technical College AWD, that's Application and Website Development program, and in particular the AWD 1111.NET Framework with Web Databases class for the fall 2019 semester. The book that we're going to be using for this class is shown here. ProASP.NET MVC 5. I'm hoping that right now I will be doing the last of 8 videos for Chapter 2, which is one of the longer chapters in the book. I've done one already and I'm on 2 right now. So, in Chapter 2, we are up to using NuGet to install Bootstrap. So, it says there to install the Bootstrap Package Manager, and you can do this. You can do exactly what they mention right here. So you can go to the package manager. If you do that, you don't do it like this. The easiest way to do it, in my humble opinion, rather than doing it like this, is to come through here, go back to your project, right mouse click on the name of your project, and choose Manage NuGet Packages. That'll bring up the GUIized version here. Alright, this is what's installed. Alright, I want to go over to Browse, and I want to look for Bootstrap. So I can start typing in here, Bootstrap. And there it is. Alright. You'll notice that there's 27.3 million downloads, which should mean that it's, it's pretty good, for lack of better words. Now, it's going to give me the latest stable version, which is 4.3.1, which is a lot different than the one that's in the book, which is 3.0.0. Hopefully, we won't have any problems because we're using a newer version. All right, you might say, well, it's a newer version, it's a better version. Yeah. But occasionally when you do this, there are problems. So we'll see as we go on. All right. So all I have to do is click the install button, and it's going to add it. And the way that it will add that is it'll come to my content folder. I'm sorry, my scripts folder here, I guess. And it will add the appropriate, create a scripts folder, and add the appropriate jQuery and Bootstrap files. It will also go and in my content folder add the appropriate Bootstrap CSS files. If I didn't want any more, I could click the uninstall. Of course I want it, so I will not do that. All right. So we've done that. Okay. The reason the author is showing you Bootstrap in this chapter is to illustrate how readily the HTML generated by the MVC framework can be used with CSS and JavaScript libraries, which is basically what Bootstrap is. All right. The basic Bootstrap features work by applying classes to elements, etc., etc. You can go to getbootstrap.com. We know all this stuff already. All right. So they want us to go to the index.cshtml file. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and literally highlight the entire file that they show here. All right. Copy it to the clipboard. So again, this whole thing right here, come on. All right, this is the RSVP. I'm in the right place here. I believe I am. Okay. We are literally going to now be styling the index.cshtml file. I'm on the wrong page here. I am on page 43. So I want to go to the index.cshtml file, which is right here. All right, I'm going to highlight all of it and just replace it with this. The author added some link elements for the Bootstrap CSS and the Bootstrap theme. All right. The author does mention here, I'm on page 44, that as we look at this, all right, we're using the minified versions, I believe. Both of them are in here. Okay. All right. Having imported the Bootstrap styles and defining a few of my own, I need to style my elements. This is a simple example, so I only need 3 Bootstrap classes. All right, so ideally, when we run this, it's going to look a little neater, so to speak. So when you look at the way it looks on here, the grayish background, the green button. So let's go back to here. Let's again do a file, save all. And let's run the program again. We will click our link. Really taking a long time to load today. I'm not sure why, but it is. All right. Now notice how much nicer it looks. We're going to have an exciting party. RSVP now. All right. Well, that still looks pretty crummy. So I believe that's what we're going to fix next. Okay. So it says it's obvious to you I'm not a web designer, but it doesn't look bad. Bootstrap defines classes that can be used to style forms. I'm not going to go into detail, but we're going to come in here and we're going to make changes to our form. So what I want to do is I want to grab everything between the first div that's right here and that last div. Okay, so which is right there. So I'm replacing all the divs within the body of the RSVP form.cshtml class, or file I should say, which is, let's stop the run, rsvp.cshtml. Now everything that's in that body we're going to replace with this. All right, so we have just styled the RSVP form. Now, I'm not going to go through the Bootstrap, at least not right now. Okay? But I'm going to do a file, save all, and I'm going to run the program again. I'm going to click the link again once it comes up. Remember, this will now be gray, and it'll have a button on it. So you'll notice now, come on, that the form is styled as well. Wow, doesn't look like I did it right, to be honest with you, because I think it would have looked a lot better than that. So probably I screwed something up, because it's supposed to look more like this. Right there. And it does not. All right. I was hoping this would be my last lecture, but I'm already up to 10 minutes, which is short for one of these lectures. But let me go back and try to clean my file up And then finally we'll come back and we'll try to style the thank you view when we get done too, and that'll finish up this chapter. So I'll be back in just a few moments.